Caitlin, how did you feel just out there today? It was your best overall game in the WNBA, and how much fun is it when everyone, including you and everyone else, touching the ball and it's clicking?
Yeah, I felt good. I thought I was moving well, taking good shots, took care of the ball well. I thought, but overall, just as a team, we moved the ball really good. I mean, obviously the balanced scoring shows that, but also Liz 6 for 10, AB 9 for 13, Kelsey 7 for 13. That's really good. So taking good shots and helping our teammates get good shots, I think was the key. And only giving up one O-board in the second half was huge as well.
And then when you get flagrant foul by Angel Reese, what's going through your mind and how you just stay within yourself to finish the game?
What's going through my mind is I need to make these 2 free throws. That's all I'm thinking about. It's just part of basketball. It is what it is. Just trying to make a play on the ball and get the block. But yeah, I mean, it happens. And those free throws, when you have to shoot them with nobody at the line, are kind of hard. So it's a little different than having people at the line. So I was just trying to focus on making those.
Sorry, go ahead.
Caitlin, just along those lines, offensively, you've scored more, but was there just more comfort going in today, and maybe what led to that?
Yeah, I think we were just, like I said, moving the ball well. I think once we gave it up, people were getting it back in the half court. I thought we were really good out of the ball screen action. I thought AB made some really good reads. I don't know, I just thought we were moving the ball well. 23 assists on 15 turnovers, it's pretty good. I thought we could have taken care of the ball maybe a little bit more, but 23 assists is a really great number, and I think it just shows the great shots that we got, and that led to shooting a really great percentage.
And then Aliyah, Caitlin mentioned how you guys only gave up that one offensive rebound in the second half. Just how did that change you guys getting those rebounds? How did that change what you did on both ends?
Yeah, I mean, we were just trying to make sure that we boxed out. I think the guards did a good job coming in, trying to poke some of those rebounds out from the post, just because they were getting shots and they were just right there at the baskets. I mean, we just made sure that, listen, if we don't get it, as long as they don't get it, it does not matter, and so we were able to come up with it.
Stay in front earlier.
Aliyah, that with Angel and Camilla playing down low like that, what kind of interaction is that when it gets physical like that, and just what does it take to consistently win, when you have matchups like that?
Yeah, I mean, Camilla and Angel, both physical post players, very aggressive, especially going to the rim. They rebound the ball really well, and so you just have to really set your mind to it that it's going to be physical. Don't expect anything less, especially just being post players. You have to be able to bang, you have to be able to go through tough stuff just around the rim, just because that's our position. And so, I know it's going to be a physical game, and just have to be ready for it.
Go Chloe, then we'll go Christine.
Yeah, Kelsey, you mentioned your dad on the court post game. Just what does it mean to have a game like this, get the win, have an honor of him today?
I think every day is an honor of him. I think that I'm happy that we won, so I'll take it. Just try to use the rest of my day to think of my dad in all the right ways. Knowing that we got to win too, so I'm excited about what I was able to accomplish today and be able to play with these ladies alongside of them and kind of get a win and play for the league. I feel excited about my Sunday.
Christine, go ahead.
Congratulations to all of you. That was incredible, fun to watch. And you're all youngsters compared to some of us in this room who would never have seen women's sports have a crowd like this. And also 5 blocks away, as I'm sure you're aware, the Olympic swimming trials are going on. And last night, Katie Ledecky, making her 4th Olympic team, had over 20,000 people. Obviously there were other swimmers, but it was her night. I'm curious if each of you could talk about the meaning of this, the fact that within 5 blocks you've got 40,000 people, and there'll be another probably 20,000 tonight, and what that means to each of you.
Yeah, I think it's really cool. I was somebody that grew up loving women's athletics, whether it was soccer, whether it was basketball, whether whatever it was. I always had it on. I always wanted to support it. So I think it just shows when given an opportunity, women's sports are certainly an amazing thing and fun to watch, and they're only on the rise. I think people are finally starting to realize how great of a product that can be shown when they're given an opportunity to play on national television or play in big stadiums where people can buy tickets and get in a seat. And I think once people come and watch one time, they can't get enough of it, and they continue to come back. And to be a small part of that is super fun. Obviously we get to play in front of a sold out crowd of 17,000 people, and that's not ever something you take for granted. The crowd, that energy just helps us and allows us to thrive off of it. But it's one of the coolest parts of our job for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I think it's really special. Caitlin said it best. I mean, women's sports is on the rise, and I think it's amazing that younger girls now have so many more female athletes to look up to and say, I want to be like her. I want to be an Olympian just like her. And so just to be a part of that, it's amazing, and I wouldn't trade it for the world.
And I'm happy I'm a part of the solution, not the problem. So, hey, here's to women's basketball and all the other great sports that we have going on women's side.
Caitlin, I know it was mentioned that your today was probably one of your best games so far in the WNBA. Do you think it's maybe an indication of your growing comfortability in making the jump to this level?
Yeah, I mean, I think I've had some good games, and I've had some games where there are definitely some learning opportunities. And I think that's just, one of the biggest, things to learn as I go through my rookie season is just finding some consistency. And obviously it's been hard. It's been a tough stretch at the beginning just with the amount of games we've played and the limited practice as I'm trying to get to know my teammates and know the coaching staff. But I feel like I have got more comfortable over the course of these games. Like, what was this game? 15 for us tonight. So, still more than half a season left, and I already feel like we've grown, so much. So I think that's just like a positive for all of us to take away and continue to string some wins along. And, coach has been saying that we just need to continuing to take a step forward every single day. But, we don't have any time to go backwards. And I think tonight we took a really big step forward. So I'm proud of the group.
Luke, go ahead.
For Kelsey, and to add on to what Christine asked about women's sports in general, you guys have played almost every game before a sellout crowd this whole season, wherever you've gone. And how much does that affect you on the court? Do you ever look around and say, hey, this place is packed, they want to see us? Those kinds of things?
I blame Caitlin. But I think it's a really great opportunity for us to kind of like present, who we are as a team. And I think that the work that the class that came in, the draft class that came in, did a really good job of putting ourselves on the pedestal to be known, to be seen. And I think that we can utilize that and tie that in with the game. And I think that for us, it's obviously a really good thing to see all these people here, but we try to keep the main thing. But I will be honest and say this, the most people I've seen consecutively. So I'm excited about where it's going. Shout out to Caitlin.
Aliyah, there were several times where Caitlin just catches you in rhythm for a bucket, and it feels like that's picking up. Do you think the chemistry is growing as you guys are learning where each other are more?
Yeah, I absolutely do. I think from the first game to now, I think we've just really been able to get a great feel of playing with each other, knowing where I'm going to be, knowing where she's going to be, being able to set those drag screens so she gets a shot off. I think we're really doing a good job of building that.
Matt, go ahead.
Yeah, Leah, Christy the other day was saying that you're walking around a little bit looser, you're more confident. And 15 minutes since the win, what's the feeling like for you to be able to stack two really great performances and back-to-back wins?
Yeah, I think this is great for us, just because, we have a balanced scoring tonight, and it's great. I just think it puts pressure on other teams' defense. They can't really focus on one particular person because everyone is getting a feel, everyone is putting the ball in the basket. And for me, I think these two performances have been pretty good. Just make sure that I'm being efficient on the court, and I think that's the best way I can help my teammates.
Go Jacob, George, and James again.
Caitlin, you and Angel have obviously drawn a lot of eyes throughout the years dating back to college. What is it about, do you think, the matchup between you two that kind of draws so much attention, whether it's the sold-out crowd or the kind of record-breaking audiences that tune in?
Yeah, I think it's just the emotion and the passion that we play with. I think people love to see that, and I think that's maybe not something that was always appreciated in women's sports. And it should be. I think that's what makes it fun. We're competitors. That's the way the game should be. It's going to get a little feisty, it's going to get physical. But at the end of the day, both teams are just trying to win. But yeah, I think, what she's done with her platform has been absolutely incredible. And, she has an entire fan base that has supported her and what she did at, Maryland and then LSU. Obviously I've played her for a very long time and she's been a tremendous player. So, it's been fun getting to compete against. I think it's been really good for the game. People just love seeing great matchups, but also at the same time, people tune in for these matchups, but then they get to see how amazing these teams are, and then they find new players to support and continue to come back for them too. So I think that's another benefit of it, honestly.
George and James here.
Kelsey, 91 points in back-to-back games now for the offense. What has led to a more efficient offensive attack?
I think defensively we've been sound enough to go back on an OA to get what we want, not what necessarily taking shots and in the shot clock, etc. I think that kind of stuff we kind of shy away from when we defend really, really well, and I think we can get anything we want. So I think the 90 points plus has come from pace, obviously getting up and down the floor, but defensively being sound enough to go back on the ON.
Finish up with James on the right and Scott on the left.
Caitlin, when you had to block on Marina, come down, throw it down to Aliyah for a layup, crowd gets into it, you have 3 late, crowd gets into it, you hype up the crowd. What are those moments like when it feels that electric?
It's so fun. Oh my gosh, when you can give something in the crowd to cheer about and for the crowd to get behind, like they're just waiting for it. Like they want to give that to you, and I thought we gave them a lot of those moments, and they were loud for us on defense. I thought, we played good defense, but you can just feed off of that, and I think the better our defense is, that leads to a better flow for us on offense. And even, when we started the third quarter off a little slow, we came back and we responded. But when you hear the crowd go crazy like that, it just makes you want to play that much harder, for sure.
Scott, last one.
Kayla, can you take us inside you scanning the defense late, and then also to what Aliyah was answering earlier about you two really hooking up well?
Yeah, I was just trying to get the ball inside late in the game, because I thought, AB was, that's the highest percentage shot in basketball, so that's what you want to get to, and I thought AB was doing a really good job. Obviously, one of those last plays where we ran horns, and AB was, earlier in the game, was able to slip out and kind of get into her layup a little bit, and she got a good look, but then got the O board, and then kicks it out to Lexi, and then they kind of just leave Liz. So that's probably the play of the game. AB misses a layup, but then is able to grab a huge offensive rebound for us and get Liz a wide open layup, and I think that put us up 5, and the game was pretty much out of reach at that point. So I'm just always trying to get the ball inside at the end of the game, honestly.